for all my life. They say I'm a fella, end up in jail, I ain't proving right. My mama, she told me before, son, you get I understood, but I ain't see the vision. A nigga kept going, and now I'm winning. Some people I put my trust in, try to fuck with my image. Oh no, you didn't. Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Michi in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cuz oh, this life we ain't put on with it. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, then we them niggas. Now we rich now, we got money, I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up for nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich nigga.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, I ain't playing with your ass. Nigga, I ain't playing with your ass. You chasing greatness. You got greatness talking to you. Become great.
Yo, Rise Podcast family. What it do, what it is, how everybody feeling. Hope everybody had a great and wonderful day today. Oh, man, we got a lot to talk about tonight. Boxing getting good. Hopefully, we got some guests coming through. But let's get the sponsors out of the way. 5-time champ, 3 different weight divisions, the hard-hitting, devastating puncher, Gervonta Tank Davis. Redesigning minds, one mind at a time. You know, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Under Armour, thanks for all you do for the gym and the community. Shout out to all the coaches, amateurs, volunteers, fighters, helpers, you know what I mean? Aunts, uncles, everybody to help make the gym go round, man. We appreciate you. We appreciate you so much, man. Make sure y'all in the building August 3rd, Sideline Sports Bar and Grill, man. We got another action-packed show for y'all, man. This card getting more and more fire, man. They adding on more and more fighters, man. We got the Upton 8 squad ready to put on work. These kids been on the road, man. They've been on the road, kicking ass and taking names, man. So y'all in for a treat. We got Montana. Oh my gosh. 8 or 9 years old, 6-0, and he's stopping shit. Like, he getting stoppages. You know what I mean? He's on a tear. You got O-Dub, Malik Smalls making his last amateur fight. He just came out of helping Tank get ready for Frank Martin. We got Grave Digger, look like Lamar Jackson. We call him Lamar Jackson. He could be his what they call it, doppelbanger, whatever they call it. He could be, hey, listen, he could play a stunt double anytime, man. And the kid eating bananas whole, man. He a straight 8. He just did a commercial where he bit the whole banana skin and all. Jesus, no diddy. Jesus. Oh man, we got Superfly. Superfly ain't playing no games. He just come back from Atlanta getting a strap. We got ATL. He just come back from Atlanta getting a strap. We got Time Machine. He not playing no games. He got a little bit wild for he ready to go pro, but he on the verge of it. Then you got Shake and Bake, #1 in the country. You know, already know Coach Day told you about Shake and Bake. August 3rd, man, Sideline Sports Bar and Grill, man. Tickets $40, man. Don't miss it, man. Be there, be square. It's another one of those action-packed events you don't want to miss. Shout out to Bad Girls Promotions. Miss Olivia Pope, man. She putting on. Oh, man, this is a card you do not want to miss. It's going to be fire. I'm trying to tell you. And these kids is ready. Shh. Junior might be on the card. He in the gym. He got to get that weight down because for his age, you know, he don't have a lot of fighters his size, so it's hard to try. It's been hard trying to get him fights. But he been working. He saying I got to be on my aunt card. So he working to be on the card, man. Listen, August 3rd, Sideline Sports Bar and Grill, Baltimore, Glen Burnie, Maryland. You don't want to miss it, man. Another one of those ones, man. Bad Girl Promotions, GTD Promotions that linked up again, and they bringing you another action-packed card, man. Don't miss it. Tickets $40. Ringside, VIP, $75. Table, $750, man. Hey, you don't want to miss it. They on Eventbrite. You see, there go Bad and the Girl Nick in the building, man. Miss Olivia Pope is right there, man. They on Eventbrite, and the kids selling their own tickets because they, you know what I mean? They trying to come up a little bit too. So you can either go on Eventbrite or you can support the kids directly and get a ticket in hand. So, you know what I mean? Make sure August 3rd, man, Sideline Sports Bar and Grill, y'all in the building. Y'all remember how it been? They was on the line. They was in the line waiting, trying to get in, man. People was trying to get in, man. Hey, don't wait till the last minute thinking you got time. EOE education over everything, man. Shout out to Squeeze, my co-host, my pain in the ass, man. Hey, we got Jaleel Hackett fighting this week, Mr. Belt the Ass. You know we gonna get it. You know we gonna get what we looking for Saturday. We ain't gotta worry about all that. Bad girl Nick said, I saw Junior this morning, y'all. He was sweaty talking about I owe him $200. I said, lose 20, you got it. He already down 10. He already down 10. So, you know what I mean? It ain't far. And he taking it seriously. So, you know what I mean? Hey, they working. Terrell Cameron said I'll be at the gym August 2nd. Hey, that's gonna be the weigh-in and all that. So make sure you come to the building, man. Make sure you come through. I already shout out to Under Armour. I shout out Bad Girl Promotion. Shout out to KenichiBad.com, man. Use code TRP, get 15% off on your headphones. When you leave there, go to noslipgallery.org. Use code RISE10. Get 10% off. When you leave there, go to MidKillerB.com. Show the queen some love. And when you leave there, go to the RisePodcast.com. Grab up, you know what I mean, that Coach Kenny and Calvin Wade t-shirt, man. Man, rest in peace to Uncle John, man. I was looking through my phone, clearing stuff out, man. I just was looking at our Texas how, you know what I mean, we was chopping it up on the regular, man. Rest in peace to Uncle John. Shout out to the whole Boy family, man. I told you, man, when I went to Texas, I had a ball, man. And they treated me really like family. And I stood out like a sore thumb. But we couldn't tell it, man. It was, man, they had, oh my gosh, man. I ate great. You know what I mean? So shout out to the Boy family. Rest in peace. My condolences to the whole family, man. Last but not least, man, Coach Squeeze made the deal happen. Coach Calvin put him in the room, and he sealed the deal. Shout out all the fighters winning, all the coaches winning. Y'all seen them hard GTD track suits that Coach Kenny and Coach Calvin and Tank and them be wearing, man, for the fights. You know what I mean? And now the Rise Podcast rocking it, man. So shout out to y'all can say it with me in the chat. Box raw. Man, what's going on? Let me get to the chat. The Queen, Miss Mona, is in the building. Box one, welcome to the Rise Podcast. Ace, what it do? Miss Raina, the Queen, is here. Oh, Miss Keith Payne, the Queen, is here. Cosmic Land, oh my God. Tim Layton, D. Kamani, Clark, Warren, Holly. Miss Breezy, hands down, welcome to the Rise Podcast. Zone 18 in the building. Okay. Stretched out boxing, my God. Terrell Cameron, what it do? Warren, Holly. Uncle Val, this show is for you. Nephew Joshua Furlong, what it do, champ? Andre Noble, Jerry Reeves, welcome to the Rise Podcast. Helene, what's going on? Ace, Braxton McClendon, Nicole Stokes, Chris. Unheard of, unheard of. Short, I got to give credit where it do. You've been putting that shit on out there in the Turks and Caicos. Unheard of. I seen you too. Hey, unheard of. Yeah, you got that shit. You got that shit with you, unheard of. You're addressing somebody, man. Shout out to Unheard of, man. If y'all ain't seen her, man, she throwing it on out there, enjoying it. I hope you enjoy your vacation, man. Ain't nothing like being on vacation and enjoying it. So I hope you're enjoying yourself out there. 12 threes, what it do? King Horn, 96. No, he be on in a minute. He coming. 86 Baby Murray, what's going on? Sham, my God. Jarrell Davis, Ellipsis. Money Mike, 82. Funny video, North and Green Mountain building. Being Supreme, what's happening? Bad Girl Nick, Miss Olivia Pope, what it do? True Culture, Dwayne Haskins, my guy, where you been at? The Queen, Miss Lisa Smith, how you doing? Tanya Johnson, 86 Baby Murray, Miss Sher, Melanie Queen, 27, what's going on? Big Dre, Miss Just Dude, what's going on? 323 Quick, what's happening? Why you mad, Toya, what's going on? Nolan Martin, what's going on? How you feeling, champ? Exile, Loco, Keo, Heads on Sticks. You already know how I go get down, man. It'd be a habit. No Face Podcast, what's going on, champ? Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me take care of one thing real quick. I forgot to do this. I apologize. My apologies. My apologies. My apologies. I don't know how I forgot that. That's one of the most important things. What's going on, y'all, man? Hey, another interesting day in boxing, man. Hey, shout out to the Is What It Is podcast, man. Mason Cameron, man. Hey, they lit it up. They lit it up this morning, man. Or last night. I got it this morning. Somebody sent it to me this morning. And I didn't even get through the whole thing. I think I was like 18 minutes, man. No lies was told. Nephew Timothy Stoudemire, what's going on? No lies was told. You know what I mean? Black Migo, Memphis in the building. What's going on, Memphis? What's happening, Black Migo? I ain't mad at what they said. I'm not mad at what they said at all, man. I only got through 18 minutes of it. But you know what I mean? They ain't lied to him. Supreme Shot, welcome to the Rise Podcast. Emerson Pulaski in the building. Okay. I know I done seen you before then, Supreme Shot. That's that. Hey, what's going on? Man, Mason Cam gave him game. You know what I mean? They schooled him. You know what I mean? They put him under their wing. They had to respond, and the response was still accurate and spot on. It wasn't no lies told. Alan Johnson, what's going on? Terry Lewis, what's going on? LaMarcus Robinson, what's going on? It wasn't like Can't Stop Uncle E, what's going on? You heard? It wasn't like they was trying to, you know what I mean? No, like it got that way because of the response that he replied back to him. But you know what I mean? Like it's stuff that's the truth. Kevin Littlejohn, what's going on? It's the truth. No lies was told. Like the business, and that's what I tell y'all all the time, the business of boxing, man. And you gotta understand it, like we blaming all these other people for things that Shakur had control of. You don't want people leaving early? You don't want to be able to pan the camera to showing people leaving early? Make it so people don't leave early. You know what I mean? You want people, you want big money fights? You want to be a pay-per-view star? Give people a reason to want to see you. Give people a reason to want to come back. You know what I mean? Step your game up. Look in the mirror and have that one-on-one conversation. You know what I mean? True culture, what's going on? You know what I mean? Don't stop promising that shit that you're not delivering. Because that's a teach what's going on. That's another part of the problem. Like you're making promises and you talking like, you know what I mean, you're a killer, and it's not being translated into the fights. Brian King, what's going on? It's not being translated. You know what I mean? Now you got people fighting, clapping back and trying to defend you. But I think, honestly, if Terrence Crawford is your big brother, he should also tell you, like, yo, you got to step your game up. Don't worry about clapping back. Don't worry about who said what. That's what critics are for. That's what criticism is about. You see what I'm saying? So you can make the necessary adjustment. Book writers, movie scripts and shit, they have critics to judge, you know what I mean, what they think of the movie. You know what I mean? And the days and time we live in, social media is very popular. You know what I mean? And everybody has an opinion. Now, whether you get good or bad is how you take it. But if everybody is saying the same thing, there's some truth in what's being said. You just gotta take it on and make the necessary adjustments. Dean, by any means, what's going on? Pearl Infinity, how you feeling? LaMarcus Robinson, I think I got you. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? But the one thing you gotta understand, why you mad Toya? Just stop listening and respond. Like, you don't gotta respond to everybody. Show and improve. See what's being said if it concerns you that much, and translate it into your next performance. Give people something to talk about, to where as though it's not in that light. You keep promising, oh, you put me in there with this person, you're gonna get that performance. But you want me to put you in there with somebody who's levels above the fighter that you just fought, and you not giving me the performance against them, but you want me to give you top notch, and you think I'm gonna still get the same performance? Come on, man. Mokari, I hope I pronounced it right. What's going on? Welcome to the Rise Podcast. Malcolm Baldwin, welcome to the Rise Podcast. Dean, by any means, what's going on? Maybe he's not Malcolm Baldwin. Maybe he's not as good as he think he is. You know what I mean? And that's the questions that are raised from the performances that we're getting. I'm gonna just start with the last two performances. First, it was you were sick, you had an issue. Now, you know what I mean? Now, Mr. Plus 300, welcome to the Rouse Podcast. Black Fonz, what it do? Now is you got fragile hands. Come on, man. Like Corey Carter, what's going on? It's like the how do y'all feel, chat? Tim Ford, what's going on? Welcome to the Rouse Podcast. Talk to me. How do y'all feel about it? Like, what's your thoughts? You know what I mean? Do you think, you know what I mean, you just need to, it's gonna be crazy, but shut up and box. That's it. Shut up and box. You want big paydays? Shut up and box, man. You trying to respond back to the people who help build your fights. Because that's what YouTube is all about right now. Like, we actually, yeah, come on. Like, I wouldn't even, why would you go at Cam? Why? You don't know. I drive old cars. What's going on? Oh yeah, Nacho Bangers, he good. He good. He come through the gym sometimes. He was bringing I think that was his son. He was bringing his son for a little while. Exile was talking about his shorty got access to his Twitter. That ain't him. No, I ain't trying to hear that. That's him. That's him. Mr. AMG, what's going on? Swerve TV, welcome to the Rouse Podcast. Excuses. That's all, like, we don't want to keep hearing the excuses. You know what I mean? Yes, he's definitely too emotional, Talib Cunningham. Warren Holly, how was he going to fight the top guys with fragile hands? He said both his hands was hurt. That's why, like I don't know if he has I believe he does have a PR person, because I was supposed to talk to them to try to get a interview with him at one point in time. So I believe he got a PR person, but I don't. The Wood, Chi-Town in the building. What's going on? Jerry Weaves, what's going on, chat? Ellipsis. I don't know what they're telling them, because they, like, the first thing, like Cam even told, why would you say fuck the fans? Well, I don't give a fuck what the fans think. These the people that are supporting you, putting money in your pockets. Like that just was the definite, like, red flag. You know what they talk about? Red flag. That was a red flag. Why would you say you don't care about the fans? But every time a fan says something about you, you responding to it. So you definitely care. It's hitting something. Kevin Littlejohn, Supreme Shot, Dodge J, what's going on? Man, listen, Grant, man, listen. He said his PR team is ass. Million Films. You heard, you know what I mean? Like, he making a lot of people look bad single-handedly. You know what I mean? Big Fred 410, what's going on? You heard? He making a lot of people look bad single-handedly because of the things he's saying, the things he's doing. Michael D. Stories 87, what's going on? Like, the things he's saying, the things he's doing, like, it's not helping build his brand. Gold Rush, what's going on? Welcome to the Rouse Podcast. He doesn't represent New Jersey well at all. It's disgraceful. Yeah, man. Like, you looking crazy. You looking crazy. And you supposed to be this top level boxer, but it's not resonating. You know what I mean? And oh, you casuals just want knockouts. No, it's not even just about the knockout. It's about the entertainment factor. Boxing is still in the entertainment business. Like, you know, we're not getting that. HTX Nate 44, what is going on, champ? How you feeling? Yeah, like, his hands can't be that bad hurting the way he be tweeting. You know what I mean? Ellipsis. It just don't. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth, man. Dorian Brown, what's going on, champ? Exile Loco Keo, 4 hours straight of replies. I'm convinced his shorty in his ear screaming, I know you ain't gonna take that from him. Hey. Joe and Scared, what's going on? Welcome to the Rise Podcast. Just box for real. That's what it is. That's where it's at. Just, you know what I mean? Like, shut up and box. You want these big fights, but when winning is one thing, but having people want to see you win again is a whole nother thing. You know what I mean? You want people to want to be there to watch your fights. If they get turned away, how do you make money? How did the business? Keyshawn Jenkins, he got hit with a hard shot and he stopped going for the knockout. If you notice, you got your fighter hurt. You got your fighter hurt, man. Get him out of there. He got BFTB and Blue Blood. You know his hand, both of them was hurting. They building an excuse for when Tank KO. I don't know what to say. Only thing I can say is shut up and box. Marshawn West, what's going on? All I can say is, you know what I mean? Shut up and box. You don't got to respond back to everybody. They said you had a bad performance. Have a great performance the next time you out. We got over Vegas, Thursday night in Vegas. But you come back, you know what I mean? You had a good win, but your guy was hurt. You had him on the hook. You couldn't reel him in. And you got your coach telling you, pick it up. He's giving you the game. Pick it up. Come on. No, he definitely don't got a killer instinct, Swerve. Definitely. And that's the thing. Like, you know what I mean? When I watch these kids boxing at the gym, young kids, like I said, we got an 8-year-old kid right now, Montana, stopping shit. 8 years old, he getting stoppages. I think he might be 6-0. I know he got at least 4 stoppages. At least 4. Might be 6 stoppages completely, but I know he got at least 4. Stopping shit. You know what I mean? These kids hunting early. When I watch, you know what I mean, the older guys, they hunting. When they get a guy hurt, man, you see the other kids, they cheering them on. You know what I mean? Hitting the side of the ring, and that's motivation. Let's go. You know what I mean? And I get it. He don't got to be no killer. But if you're not a killer, don't talk like one either. Because that's how you get, you know what I mean? You get classified as a, you know what I mean? You get held accountable. Oh, man, we got Breakdown Shorty, Ant McQueen in the building, coming through to chop it up. What's going on, Ant?
Is my mic on though? All right, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
What's going on? How you feeling, senior?
Man, I'm feeling good. Just talking about this this whole Shakur Stevenson situation. You know what I mean? I was tripping off that Mason Cameron joint. You know what I mean? I think they were spot on. And they gave him the game, and you know what I mean, was teaching them about business. And if anybody, you can say what you want. One thing Cameron knows how to get to that bag.
Oh yeah,
you can't stop that. You know what I mean? He's telling you, you got to put asses in seats. It's good to be a great boxer, but don't forget about the entertainment factor.
1000%, 1000%. And here's the thing, though.
Appreciate you, Terry Lewis in the cash. I appreciate you.
Entertainment comes in many forms. You feel me? Like it's not just knockouts. It's It's the style. It's the flair. Like people used to love Sweet Pea, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was super defensive, but he would also play to the crowd. You do little things. Floyd Mayweather, even when he was being defensive, he had certain fights like the joint that he had with Henry Brucelis, where the commentators are in the middle of a conversation about an NFL game, and this nigga turns to them and he's like, I like the Patriots.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Doing little things like that, like playing to the crowd. You see Caleb playing, he'll make somebody miss it, and he'll do this. He'll put his hand up and look around. You know what I mean? Do the little Olay. We seen Keyshawn do that with Medueno. Medueno tried to step in, tried to hit him with a shot. Keyshawn evaded him, but then he did the little Olay. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you got to just have a little bit of flavor, a little bit of flair. You don't always got to be straight up and down. It ain't just about the knockouts. Like you said before, it's about the entertainment factor. Taking what you do and springing a little something extra on it. Yeah, pound cake is cool, but we like that red velvet too. You know what I'm saying? Where you don't just got the cake, but nigga, you got the icing on top. Sometimes you got to put a little icing on that cake. That's what it comes down to.
So, but so now it's like, you know, Spawn and Spawn. But we hear these things that Shakur doing Spawn, but we don't see it in the ring. So, and you know, is he? You gotta ask, is he a practice player? Is he a practice all-star?
Possibly, but here's the thing: he's still going out there. He's dominating. He's putting on good performance, and when I say dominating, I mean within the confines of the sport of boxing. Like dominating doesn't have to just be administering pain and punishment. You know, it doesn't have to just be that. It doesn't have to just be just pain and punishment. But if you can keep the other guy from doing what he wants to do, and this is what I was saying earlier in the chat, Senior, I think that it's imperative for these other guys to step in there and do their job too. If the guy is moving around, cut the damn ring off. If he's hopping out of range, follow his ass out and make him fight. And I think that this is just my personal theory. Something that I agree with my brother Angelo told me. The matchmaking, man, the matchmaking is extremely important with the development of these fighters. It's not just so much a matter of the names and building up the cachet, all that good shit. It's putting them in a position to where they have to cultivate multiple skills in order to just get the job done. Like what we've seen with certain fighters, right? And I'm going to give you an example. We know that Tank can fight off the back foot because we've seen him in there with a guy like Rolly where he's just pressing. We've also seen him have to go get a guy like when he was fighting against Frank Martin. We've also seen where it's a little bit of give and take with Leo Santa Cruz, but it's not just about the names. It's about the styles and the attributes that these guys possess. And I think with Shakur, with a lot of the guys that he's fought thus far, and this is not a knock on him specifically, but with the matchmaking, it's important that, you know, moving forward, they got to get him in there with some guys that force him to do different things. And that's what we seen with this fight with Artem. Artem started moving and we seen, okay, this guy might not be as complete as we thought he was. He might not be as complete as he thought he was because he was having trouble cutting the ring off. What's my guy? Wonder Boy. I'm going to tell you what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm talking about being a complete fighter. Shakur, he's talented. He's skilled. But we've seen with Artem that when Artem started moving around, he wasn't able to cut the fucking ring off, man. He wasn't able to cut the ring off. He wasn't throwing the appropriate punches to contain him. He wasn't shading him. He wasn't cutting the angle off. His granddad is telling him to work behind the jab and trying to stabilize this guy, and he wasn't following those instructions. And it's not to say that he's incapable, but I think that as a product of matchmaking, having a lot of guys that were pressing him, that he was able to just fight off the back foot and be reactive. But when you see him having to be proactive, he's just not as complete as many of us thought that he was.
Richie Baby, Ant McQueen, the only person I know that can drink an alcohol beverage while hosting the show and respond to niggas' comments at the same time. Big bro is not real. Shout out to Richie Baby, man. No Face Podcast. Send a link. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to I got a couple more people I gotta bring in. Appreciate the support, champ. And he'll cuss you out too and keep going explaining what he's explaining. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, and like, if you had one piece of advice for Shakur, what would it be?
The main thing is brand awareness. The brand awareness. And Senior, I thought that you said it ever so eloquently the other morning in the hangout, bro. If you're gonna be selling me death, then nigga, I need to see some death. If you're talking about knockouts, I need to see some knockouts. Now, if you go out there and you tell me I'm about to put on a clinic, it's gonna be the most beautiful display of boxing, and I'm getting myself ready to see that. I don't go to Popeyes expecting to get some hamburgers because that's not what they sell. The motherfuckers sell chicken. That's what they sell. I don't go to Honda expecting to buy a private fucking jet. I'm going there to buy a goddamn Accord, a Civic, whatever the hell it is that they have in stock in their inventory. So if you're not a guy where you going out there and you putting the beats on people and you getting them up out of there, when you're doing your interviews, when you're doing your press conferences, you don't even need to talk about all that stuff. Just talk about the things that you do well. Highlight those things. Hey, I would have respected this if Shakur would have been like to Artem, hey, you saying I'm moving around because Artem said some slick shit to him. You got to have your track shoes ready. Don't run and so on and so forth. He should have been like, hey, learn how to cut the fucking ring off. If you want to stop me from running, cut the ring off. The same way that he had the Twitter sin on the back of his trunks because he's embracing that criticism about him being loose with his fingers on Twitter. I feel like that's the same thing that he's got to do with his style. Just embrace it all the way. Hey, you want to stop me from moving? Cut the ring off, bitch, nigga, and stop me from moving.
And the thing is, I like the shorts. I like the shorts, the Twitterson. I'm him. You know what I mean? Like that's fine with me. That's fine. That's like, you know what I mean? That's a part of showmanship. You know what I mean? The uniform, the outfit, what you wear. That's a part of it. Hold on, let me bring the Bible in the building. What's going on, Coach?
What's happening?
Ain't nothing. That's a part of it. Like the shorts are showmanship because people look forward to see like what the fighters are wearing and who they coming out to. But when you selling me, you selling me that death, now it's changing my outlook because I'm coming to see that death being produced in the ring. You know what I mean? And if I'm not getting that, I'm upset.
Exactly. You feel like there was some false advertisement. It's like you told me it was going to be this. It wasn't that. Listen, and that's why I say it's important to undersell and over deliver.
I was gonna be funny, and I was gonna ask a lawyer, like, can I sue Shakur Stevenson for false advertisement? You know what I mean? Just you know what I mean, making jokes, but that's what it is. It's false advertisement.
Damn, y'all took it to another level. Shit.
No, but that's what it is, though, because like
that's just like when you go to McDonald's, they got them big pretty burgers on the window, but you go in there and you get them flat burgers.
Right. You watch a damn commercial on TV with the chips, and then you open that bitch, and half the bag is air. Like, where the rest of the chips at?
It's 5 chips in the bag.
Yeah, like, yo, that's what we need. And again, like I'm saying, with Shakur, it's like you got to just embrace that and just put a little bit of flair on it. I'm not saying you got to go out there and be a damn sideshow, but put a little bit of flair on it. Because like I mentioned with Sweet Pea would make somebody miss. He would play to the crowd, do silly little things when they be in the clinch, like hit a guy from behind the back. You know what I mean? He'll do this, wrap the hand around the back and pop him on the top of the head, just doing little stuff to clown the guy. To basically let him know, like, yo, you can't touch me.
He had a little bit of knockouts too.
He did.
Knocked you out.
And one fight that comes to me, Coach Kenny, is that fight that he had with what's the dude's name? The Cuban dude, Hurtado. Sweet Pea got dropped twice in that fight. He came back, stopped that dude in the 11th round, and knocked him through the damn ropes. So he would take chances when he needed to.
He was behind in that fight.
Behind something serious. He got dropped twice. It was 2 10-8 rounds in that fight. He was down, and he took a chance. And that's the one thing with Shakur is like, yo, I don't think it's so much a matter of people wanting to see this dude get hit, but we want to see you take chances sometimes. We just want to see you take chances.
We said we watched multiple fights. You got your guy hurt. Finish his ass. If you talk about you selling all this depth and we clear, what it was like the 6th round, 5th round, where Artem was hurt and he had him, you know what I mean? Finish his ass. Now, if you're not a finisher, I get that. But once again, stop selling me this depth that, you know what I mean, you keep selling me that you're going to produce because we're not getting it. Because Artem, in a hardcore's eyes, a casual's eyes, a boxing analyst's eyes, Artem was ready to go. Shakur just like, you know what I mean, lay him down. Come on, man.
Focus.
And the interview that he had with Cigar Talk, with Najee, shout out to Najee from Cigar Talk, he made a great point. How sometimes when a guy is wounded, they dangerous, and he used the Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz fight, the first fight as an example. And I think it's a great example because people remember what's my guy's name? Anthony Joshua getting stopped in that fight, but he dropped Ruiz in the third fight. And then he rushed in, he got clipped with a shot that he didn't see, and then that changed the momentum. But again, sometimes you got to take them chances. To your point, Senior, it's like if you got a guy hurt and you got the opportunity to stop him, sometimes you got to just take that chance. And you can't be too risk averse, especially if you telling people I'm about to knock his ass out. You telling your grandfather I'm about to stop this guy, I'm about to do X, Y, Z, I'm about to step on him. That's what people expect at that point.
He fight like he might have got knocked out in the gym and they kept it on a hush hush. Like he probably, I mean, that's how I look. I ain't saying that's what happened, but it looked like it, you know? Because I've seen that in the past. Fighters get hurt in the gym just before they fight.
What you saying? He got PTSD?
Huh? No, I ain't say that.
Huh? I mean, you said he got hurt and he's scared now.
I didn't say that, man. Stop that shit.
That you know, I like this. You know what I mean? I took the shit off the shit. You know what I mean? That's what was said. He got PTSD.
No, I ain't say that.
All right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you say he got knocked out in the gym. I'm saying he got PTSD. If you say he might have got knocked out in the gym, I'm saying he might have PTSD.
I said he fight like he got knocked out in the gym before and he nerves. I didn't say he got knocked out in the gym.
What I'm saying, he fight like he might have PTSD then. That's what I'm saying.
Allegedly. You always got to throw that allegedly in there.
Allegedly, that make it better.
You can't try to put that on Coach Kenny, man. Try to pin something on VA say.
Fuck me up, you know?
No type of inferences or something like that. Especially, you know, that shit gonna be circulating on Twitter. Coach Kenny Ellis talking about Shakur got knocked out in the gym. That shit gonna be trending all over Twitter and all that stuff.
They loving Coach Kenny right now. Every time I turn on the internet, he got a clip up.
I did not say that, Shakur. Don't believe that shit. Shakur can fight. Well, he can box.
You know, he definitely can box, but he definitely can't finish. He ain't a finisher.
It's difficult for me to say the can't part, man, because I believe the capacity is there, but for whatever reason, there's that block that prevents him from fully just tapping into it.
That's what I look like.
So all right, I'm gonna leave Coach Kenny alone. So you saying he got PTSD too, and
I don't know what the hell it is. I'm not gonna make any implications or inferences, but what I am saying is that the capacity is there because he clearly had this dude Autumn hurt. He hurt him to the body. The dude was skating around the ring, and he just was not able to track this guy down and locate him.
But my problem is with that. From the 8th to the 12th, Autumn was in his chest. So how he couldn't track him down? Autumn was in his chest.
But that was after Autumn recovered, though. See, there was that window. There was that window where he was supposed to step on it.
He was in his chest, and he was in his chest to where as though he could have got him. I'm not. No, y'all not going. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Like we keep babying and pacifying and not telling the truth. Like, and you break down Shorty, Coach Kenny. You the Bible. That man was hurt. He should have been out of here. For one, you got to separate the classes and let people see that you're levels above this guy. He doesn't belong in the ring with you. Time after time, you see Coach Kenny and Coach Calvin in the corner telling Tank that this guy doesn't belong in the ring with you. Get him out of there. And what he goes and do, he gets him out of there. So when you try to mimic those performances, when you come back at the end of the fifth round, I'm about to knock him out, and he's hurt already, and you just let him come on like that. Come on, man.
I agree with you, Senior. I agree with you. But that's why I say the mental part of it. That's the main thing. Like Coach Kenny said before, right? And we ain't even talking about just stopping the motherfucker. We talking about just going to the body. you gotta have a certain willingness to take that type of chance to where you leaving yourself a little bit vulnerable, a little bit exposed. And clearly, and senior, I'm not disagreeing with you. Clearly, that shit just ain't with him right there. Like, he's risk averse.
It's harder to commit to the body than it is to box. You gotta have a special kind of heart to commit to the body because you, like you said, you taking chances. It's different, you know. And he not gonna sit.
Or said as much in the interview. He ain't looking to take them type of chances. You ain't about to have him out there looking crazy because he got hit with a shot.
But he got himself out there looking crazy because he's talking about he gonna get a guy out of there, and he not doing it. And I think that's the one of the biggest aspects that's bringing him down is the shit that he's talking. And then, you know what I mean, even with the going back and forth with everybody on Twitter, like you blaming everybody but that fucking reflection in the mirror. You know what I mean? Because at some point you got to blame yourself.
He was going back and forth on Twitter.
Yeah, he went back and forth. He was talking about Mason Cameron. They say he's talking about somebody right now, and you know what I mean. He replying back to his hands fragile though, but when he get to typing them keys, they work fine. But you know what I mean. That's neither here nor say there. You know what I mean. But when he Twitter, his hands is fine. He can tweet like a motherfucker, fast too. The motherfucker doing 300 words a minute. You know what I mean? Fast. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with his hands at that point. You know what I mean? But come on.
At least we know he can handle a corporate job. Shit.
And that's why I'm saying I think he should go up to Williams or Peter. I still want to see Shakur and Tank, but at the same, my thing is why I say go out to Williams or Peter is not because I don't want him to fight Tank. It's because I want to see the maximum potential out of that fight that we can get.
I'm with you. I was literally saying the same thing to one of the homies today. Like, I would love to see that fight because I believe that Williams Zepeda is somebody who's going to be unfazed and undeterred. And bro, you better have your fucking hard hat on. Like, it's time to fight. Like, I don't care about you taking a step back. I don't care about you pulling straight back. I don't care nothing about your distance or your management. None of that. We got to fight.
I need him.
And that's what happened to a lot of these guys. They get deterred.
I'm back in the spring. This box orthodox, do everything orthodox for the next 9 months. And when he come back, he's gonna be a world beater.
I said one thing good about Shakur already stretched out boxing. I said I like the shorts, and that, you know what I mean, that because that's a part of showmanship too. I like the shorts. I like how he did the Twitter saying I'm him. I like the shorts. I already said something good about him. I like the shorts. But I think, you know what I mean, at the end of the day, you got to shut up and box, man. Stop talking all that bullshit that you're not delivering and just box. So that way, when the fans see you dominate a guy, you know what I mean, for 12 rounds, we happy. He did what he said he was going to do. You know what I mean? But when you tell me you're going to knock a motherfucker out, I want to see you knock a motherfucker out.
Shit, that's more than fair if you ask me. That's why I say, man, brand awareness is extremely important, man. That brand awareness is extremely important. That's what he alluded to, Miss Joette, that like, you know, a guy who's wounded is the most dangerous. You don't want to just jump on that guy because you run the risk of getting hit with something.
You always hear that, like, you know what I mean, like boxing is boxing. You gonna get hit. Oh man, my guy's in the building, man. One of the biggest Shakur supporters I know. You know what I mean?
I appreciate you calling me, man.
I gotta watch my verbiage with you. I already know I gotta watch my verbiage.
Supporter, not a fan. That man is a supporter.
Man, not a fan. What's good, man? What's good, man? I ain't make it back in the house just yet, so it's kind of dark for him, man.
No, you good. We know who you is. We hear the voice. You know what I mean?
Up into the light, what y'all building on today, man.
You know what we talking about, man. We talking about your guy, man. You know I got you. That's why I asked you to come on. You know it's your guy.
What you want to know? What you want me to chop it up on, man?
Hey, Justin.
What's up?
Can I hold $20?
You know it. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, man. I had fun Saturday, man. I had some fun, man. Ran into a couple people in there too, man. But as far as the you talking about the performance, right? You was asking about the fight.
I was basically saying like, you know, man, I know, you know what I mean. I know we gonna get. I know you're gonna defend your guy. You know what I mean?
Nah,
No.
Let's do a real breakdown.
Let me
You
finish.
gotta,
Let me finish, Just. Let me get it. Let me get it out. Hold up,
Mhm.
Just. I got you. You know what I mean? You ready to turn to Twitter and like you got. Hold down, slow down. You don't got to respond just yet. You know what I'm saying? I know you're gonna defend your guy, and I'm not. And the thing is, like, not defend him whereas though I'm saying something bad, but I'm just saying like Mason Cameron was spot on with their response to what he said, and that's all I'm saying. Stop selling me death. Stop selling me death if you're not gonna deliver it. But also think about your brand and the shit that you're replying to people about. When you responding back to fuck the fans, you're killing your brand. When you keep telling me, oh well, he wasn't the one to bring it out of me. Well, he wasn't the one that make me do it, but you put me in front of this person, I'm going to do it. But you're not giving it to us versus that person. So why should I think you're gonna give it to me versus that person?
I mean, look, a lot of what people say is fair, man. You got to be able to handle criticism. You in the sport of boxing where everybody watching you and people are paying, especially in the arena. So you always want to consider the entertainment aspect, man. But like as far as what they were saying, I mean, they making points. I'm not big on arguing. People just making logical sense. Like you can't be mad at the fans. Tim Bradley said that to him as well. I don't think he really was. I just think again, this is the issue for me.
Can't hear you.
No, hold on.
I can hear you now. Let me get this chat out of the way real quick. Ralph 707, appreciate the support. Coach Kenny, do you have another classic match recommendation? I'm sure me and Ant McQueen will write it down and check it out. You got another fight for him, Coach?
Yeah. Let me think on one before we get off the air here.
All right.
So second. Yeah, a lot of what they were saying wasn't. I don't think it was wrong, right? They simply talking about entertainment, and in this climate, people want to see knockouts, especially if you a guy that's at the level you at and you just promised one. So when people say you didn't deliver the knockout, it's no big deal. But for me, I don't focus on what a fighter is selling. I focus on what they selling me in the ring, not out their mouth. So I don't care if you selling me knockout. Like we just seen another fighter do it. I don't even want to say his name. Sell you a knockout. I knew full well not to run with that shit. But in this particular case, where I give credit at where it's due is at least he tried to put himself in a position to get a knockout, right? I watch his fights closely. I've never seen him have to be a hunter ever. Like he usually the guy that's hitting, moving around, using the ring. This time he had to really kind of step up out of his comfort zone a little bit and try to go get his guy. But that's what you got to do when you promise the people that. You dig what I'm saying? So I think he did well in spots. I like the performance, but I think he needed more offense when he got to his destination. I think he followed Artem around a bit. And I'm not big on fighters saying somebody ran from him. I'm very consistent with that. The same legs he got to run, you got the legs to cut him off. So that's something that he needed to work on and putting his punches together when he get there. Because he was in position all night. He was walking him down right in his face. I seen him trying to step up out of the comfort zone. So for me, I understand that it's going to be like some inconsistencies in that approach and execution because that's not what he do. Get what I'm saying? That's no excuse for him. I'm really watching. That's not something that he do. So it was interesting to see him try to track his guy down in there. But I think the biggest critique, is not enough punches once you got there. You get what I'm saying? I think you hurt your guy once or twice to the body. I think you could have got the knockout had you listened to what your grandfather was telling you. You get what I'm saying? It's little things that you could clean up, and it's just about getting better. And for you to be able to get better, you got to know where you're not the strongest at. You know what I mean? So you could work. So that's just what it is for me. Don't sell nobody no knockout. You not that guy. You said it in an interview recently. You're not Mike Tyson, and you ain't trying to be. That's cool. Be Shakur, one of the highest skill level fighters in boxing. Love it, hate it, or whatever. Be you, fight your fight, and just keep winning, bro. Just keep winning. I said it earlier. I said, I see what y'all doing, coach. Y'all getting our southpaw working. Y'all getting rid of the southpaws on y'all way to him being a southpaw. I see what's going on.
Everybody said he had trouble with southpaws.
Mm-hmm.
He knocked all the southpaws out. What the hell is they talking about?
But this the thing I was saying, right? It's cool to say that, but look what y'all doing right now. I was talking about it earlier. I think once y'all get the Loma, out of y'all last 4 opponents, 3 of them would be southpaws. So what do you do if somebody say you ain't good at something? What do? You work on it and you prove them otherwise. That's what he doing, from Hector Garcia to Frank Martin to Lomachenko, all southpaws in different styles. That's how you get better. So I think, I don't know if y'all take that as criticism and y'all just apply it in the ring, but that's what I'm saying going on. So
We don't
they can say what they want.
We just said SC fight night, you know?
Right. So yeah, man, Senior, that's it for me, man. More punches together when you get there. You don't need, everything don't deserve a response from you. You get what I'm saying? He young and sensitive a little bit, for sure. Stuff be getting under his skin. Or I hear him talk, he say people be talking shit, but some of that you gotta ignore. You know what I'm saying? And just keep winning, bro. All I say is this. I ain't never sold nobody that he was the most exciting fighter ever. I always talked about the skills and the IQ. And I think he keeps showing that. Whether or not he'll beat that guy when he get there remains to be seen. But what I will say, Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson, in my opinion, because it's just my opinion, they're not losing until they fight each other. That's how I look at that. I don't care who y'all pick winning the fight. Neither one of them guys, I don't think nobody at 35 beats neither one of them but them.
I want to see Shakur go at Zepeda before he go at the Tank.
He don't got no choice. Tank fight Loma. He don't got no choice. I mean, he got a choice what he do, but I think he should pursue a Zepeda. Why not? You see what Tank doing? He getting the experience. You say what you want, man. You ain't fighting southpaws for no reason. By the time you get to him, you're gonna see what you needed to see from southpaws. That's what I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. Not saying that he can't deal with him now, but it don't hurt to cross your T's and dot your I's, man. So go after Zepeda. They say that's the dude to give you a tough fight. You throw 100 punches around. Cool. Let's see it. But I will say this. Let's keep in mind this dude already said no more than once. I just want to point that out. That shit get frustrating to have a conversation when we say who we should fight next, and it's when we name the person, it's somebody that said no. But got Oscar De La Hoya. He said he
heard him say no.
He said, did I hear him say no?
Yeah.
I know him and his team turned it down. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. I ain't guessing. I know it.
They said no to Shakur. They said we said no the one we great fight. They said we said no to him years ago. That shit ain't true.
No.
You down in the cash app.
Yeah, because he responded to Oscar on Twitter, as he always do. He said, yo, I'm about to make that call again. He said, but the last couple times I called, you said no. He telling them directly, he tagging them in his post and telling them, like, you know what it is. So what I'm seeing Oscar do, and this is just me, I don't know if y'all seen it. I seen him say that he was ready to put Zepeda in there with Shakur at least 2 times straight and then went and fought somebody else. I seen him do this. And he doing it again now. He's saying, yo, Shakur, give us a call. So, okay. And he like, I'm about to make that call. So let's just see it. I don't think it's Zepeda. I think it's Oscar. I think Zepeda will fight him.
Michael, these stories, appreciate you. Why do Shakur still need to work on stuff if he a bad motherfucker and got a high IQ? You always got to get better. Get better.
What the fuck, dude? Yo, is that a real question?
You always got to work.
All right, you just seen one of the baddest motherfuckers working on the orthodox stance, right? Highest IQ and all that, right? You don't stop working on your craft, man. You don't stop working on your craft. It's definitely not when you got to go up against that dude potentially. I don't give a damn what you say. And that's my favorite fighter. And I'm saying it unapologetically, but that's the only fight that makes me nervous. That's it. Gotta work. Man, bro.
That shit got me nervous too, Jess. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Man. And that's just me because I'm a realist, bro. I know what that man could do, and I know everybody get hit. And I know how hard it is to go 36 minutes without that man touching your chin the right way. I've seen it. I've seen it enough. I know. So that's why I've been telling people all day when we talk, I don't care what your pick is. I'm not stuck on no damn pick. If you represent or you rock with any fighter, you should want to see him fight the absolute best guys there. Win, lose, or draw, who cares? I don't give a damn. I ain't gonna lose that night.
Right. That ain't you that gotta take them shots to the liver and
I ain't saying it like that, but you get what I'm saying? I'm not sensitive in that way. Like, man, AD prepared me for nights like that, bro. Ain't nothing gonna make me feel like, hey.
For me, it was Shane, man. After I seen Shane Mosley get whooped out by Vernon Forrest, because I was a big Shane Mosley fan. When I seen Shane get his ass whooped after that, I was like, you can't even take this boxing shit personally. You got to just tip your cap when the other guy, when he
went.
That.
If you gonna lose, if you my favorite fighter and you gonna lose, you better lose to the one that they saying is the guy, him, face of boxing. And I ain't saying it's cool to lose, but if you're gonna lose to the best. There's no shame in that, is what I'm saying. Ain't no shame in.
That's why I say go after Williams and pay the first. Go after Williams and pay to build your brand. Get him out of there. Like maximize that Tank fight. And this is this is for Shakur.
I think that's on him.
Maximize your earning potential for that fight. Build your brand back up right now. You need to get.
I think it's gonna happen, bro. I think it's naturally gonna happen. We're not getting that fight next. We know that. We're not getting it the fight after that. It's I think the natural order of things is for it to happen, right? To me, the perfect world is you give Tank Loma, you give Shakur Baranchik. Those are both unifications, and then you let them fight. Simple.
Yeah, but I need Shakur to be aware that build your brand. Like brand, what you say, Ant? Brand awareness?
Brand awareness. You got to know who the hell you are, and then that needs to be your selling point right there.
When we first started this podcast, we was at the what fight was that? Was that Hector fight or was that Barry? I think it was one fight, and we was talking to Wallow, and he was like, "Man, well, you need to figure out what's your target." You know what I mean? Because everybody can say they opening up a restaurant, but you opening up a Chinese restaurant, American restaurant. Is it going to be a buffet? Like, what is your? Is it going to be barbecue? Like, what is your direction? And my thing with Shakur, he's all over the place because you telling me that it's going to be this, but time at a time we getting this, and then you know, growing up, it's like one thing like the play away, but when you come home and you know the home team gonna be in the audience, you try and show off and show out every fucking time. And when I went to that Robson Conceição fight versus Shakur, and they was booing him at home, and he had a chance to get Conceição out of there, I'm like, you at home, like you gotta deliver.
That's a casual way of thinking, though, man. We out here forcing pure boxers. I don't give a fuck what he's selling, bro. That's us. Shame on you if you let a pure boxer sell you that he a knockout artist.
Yeah, but you're raising my expectation level. Like that's what I'm coming to see. That's what people are coming to see. You said this was you were going to deliver. This is what I'm coming for. You told me you got a Chinese restaurant. I'm coming for Chinese, not American. Come on,
I'm with you 1,000%.
I get it, bro. I get it, bro.
1,000%. Just understand gamesmanship, and I understand you got to sell yourself. But by the same token, you don't have to sell something that you're not. Sell the shit that you don't.
But I think this time I'll say this. I'm not making no excuses. Y'all all up here. We talking. Tell me if I'm not logical. I think in this situation, with that last fight on the contract, coming off a bad fight, I think it's some things that played into the way he approached this fight for real.
Like, no, hell no, Just I'm not gonna let you give him no out.
You never listen. You never
contract. You gotta show off and show out. Just you're not gonna give him that excuse. I'm not trying to hit none of that.
It's not an excuse. Listen to what I'm saying. You never heard him.
Show off, man.
You never heard him say, I'm gonna get a knockout for sure.
Let me put my.
I'm watching all of this shit in real time. I watch some of the shit he respond to. I know what I'm
doing. The 5th round and said I'm about to knock him the fuck out. That's what he
was. Yeah, cool. All that is cool. He was arguing with his grandfather. You really don't usually see that like that. No, I know what I'm saying.
Gonna knock him out because Timothy Bradley pulled out a couple cuffs.
And then check this out too. People got selective outrage, bro. I'm trying to tell you. We keep highlighting the performance or two that you don't like. Again, we be silent when he do exactly what he said he gonna do. We be silent. We don't talk about, make that fight. No, we don't do it. It's just we scream the failures. We scream them. But when he win, it's like, oh, man, he's supposed to do that. That dude wasn't shit anyway. It's like, what the hell we doing? Tell me when a performance is good. What's a good performance? That dude ain't no KO artist, man. I tell him to his face, he should know that. Y'all all up here know that. I just think that and why
Tell him,
people
tell him
call it
stop
a truth.
talking
I'm
like
being
one.
genuine. I think
Tell him
pressure is
stop
real.
talking like one.
I think, yeah, man, but that's every fighter. You get what I'm saying? That's every fighter talking shit.
I don't know, Just. I don't think it's every fighter. I don't think it's
Almost
every fighter
most
because
fighters are,
some guys will come out there and just say, "Hey, look, I'm gonna do my thing, and if a certain opportunity presents itself, then I'll take it. If it presents itself, I wouldn't even be mad if he said that. I'm not. First of all, I'm not mad at him saying whatever the hell he said, but I'm for
right.
the people who are. I understand where they're coming from. If he were to say, if the opportunity presents itself, that hey, I'll take it. But when you go out there, you guarantee it, and then you know that the cameras are on you, and then you saying in between rounds, chill, I got this, I'm about to stop him. Then you put a lot of unnecessary pressure on yourself when he could have just said, yo, I'm about to go out there and put on a master class. It's going to be a clinic. It's about to be 12 zip. It's about to be 36 minutes of hell. This motherfucker can't touch me. He talking about track shoes. Cut off the ring, bitch ass nigga, and come get me. He could have said that, and that would have been cool.
Yeah.
But you talking about
like
the knockout and you don't deliver the knockout, then people looking at you like, bro, this ain't what you just sold me.
Yo,
This shit is
I'm
11.
sorry, bro. I'm not stuck on that shit, yo. I've seen too many people do the same thing, and we be quiet for that shit. We don't do that. It's just we scream to the rooftops. Yeah, you see that? He didn't do what he said he was going to do. He won. So,
All right,
yeah, he ain't do half of what he said he was going to do. He said he promised to knock out. I don't like that because he's not a knockout artist. So I don't like it. I'm going to be honest.
Let me
I don't
add
like
the other
that.
point to this though, Just. Let me add the other point to this though. With
Don't-
other
don't
guys, we see them take certain chances. Like in
Yeah.
the fight with Keyshawn and Madueno was coming forward, he was taking chances. And that's the other part. I don't think it's so much a matter of people wanting to see Shakur get knocked out or for him to just be in a rough and tumble affair, but when you're talking like that, people want to see you take chances. You can't be risk averse. Your body language, your performance can't be the opposite of what you said. Now, if he went out there and it was like, yo, this guy's throwing punches and I'm slipping shots in between, and I'm really trying to make a concerted effort to get this guy up out of there, then people would be like, yo, at least this motherfucker tried. But if it's like, yo, we didn't even see that. We ain't even see you make the attempt to get it. At least if you fall short and it feels like you gave a concerted effort and it was 1000% genuine, because I'm with you 1000%. Hey, man, if this ain't your style, this ain't your style. But again, that's why it's important for you to be true to yourself. And I always say it's always better to undersell and over deliver. I'd rather tell a motherfucker, hey, I'll try to get it done for you. And then when I come through, then you looking like, damn, this nigga done went above and beyond for me. But if I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna do this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third, and then I fall short just even a little bit, you're gonna be like, hey, this nigga ain't deliver on his promise.
Because I mean,
let me get this real quick. Michael D. Stories, appreciate the support. He talks like he don't need to work on nothing. Why all of a sudden now it showed he don't know how to cut the ring off with a C-level fighter. He has to work. He has to work something. And calling Tank out, nah, he a bad motherfucker. You know what I mean? Come on. Hey, you know one thing. You know one thing I like, Just. You know one thing I like. You know what Tank always tell the fans? You support me, and I'll fight for you.
Yes, for sure.
And the fans love it. You know why? Because when he go in the ring, he delivers. Whether it be a 12-round decision, a 12th round knockout, a knockout in general, you know what I mean? He's delivering. And you know what I mean? The showmanship, the ring entrance, you know what I mean? The outfit, like all the intangibles are there to please the fans in some type, way, shape, fashion, or form.
Now, this is all facts. But again, for me, I know I see things differently. I seen the guys try to step out of his comfort zone. I can't say he didn't try. He was right there where he needed to be. Now, it wasn't enough work being done once he got there. Like that's the thing that frustrated me watching it. You do so much work to put yourself in position, and you right where you need to be, and then you don't let the shots off. Or when you was there, it was like one, maybe 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Like that's not gonna do it. because you're not that one punch guy, right? Obviously, and I don't think he was trying to be that. I think he was just trying to play overthought the moment. Instead of just letting your offense flow, trusting in your offense, putting your combinations together, you was kind of single shotting it. You get what I'm saying? And it just you let your man off the hook.
Richie baby crazy.
But we see something guys like what's his name. We know like for example, a guy like Errol Spence. This dude's an absolute dog. This motherfucker stepping to people, and they would ask him in interviews, "Hey, what you about to do in this interview? What you about to do in this fight?" What Errol Spence say? We'll see. It's just as simple as that. Sometimes you got to just know just how to conduct yourself in these what's names, because everybody is not going to be able to compartmentalize, and a lot of people are going to take you at face value for the things that you say.
Yeah, remember, he didn't say that last time, though. He said it's going to be a one-sided ass whoop. Ain't nobody crucifying when he lost.
It wasn't that a one-sided ass whooping. He didn't say who it was going to be in favor of. He said it was going to be a one-sided ass.
Come on now. Come on now. You know damn well what he meant. So now, look, I'm just making a point. This is not a shot at Earl. He promised that. He ain't delivered. Now, people did crucify him. I won't act like they did. They kind of turned their back on him.
We got the one-sided ass whooping.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't for him, though.
He didn't say
but I'll say this, though.
I'm not gonna let y'all play with me like that, bro. You really think he's predicting a one-sided ass whooping for Terrence Crawford? Stop, yeah. Oh, y'all know what he meant.
I'll say this though. In fairness to Errol Spence, the reason why he got his ass whooped like that is because he tried to whoop Terrence Crawford's ass. He pressed the issue.
Did he be something he wasn't? Was he trying to be something he wasn't? Or was he being Errol Spence?
I don't think that he was trying to be something that he wasn't. He was being Errol Spence. This dude is man down. He's
I guarantee you, Richie, baby, you love Tank way more than I love Shakur. I challenge all y'all. Y'all be liking to argue. Tell me when I'm not being logical. You got a whole coach up here. I ain't saying I just don't have the same exact viewpoint as you, because I rock with the guy. So I'm not going. I can't find a way to complain about a dominant fight because of the lack of offense. I could critique it and leave it at what it is. Like, for example, I had the same energy for Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis is more of a knockout artist, right? He more of a killer, as they say, right? He had an off night with Karen, chasing the knockout and not cutting off the ring. I ain't go crazy on him either. Said the same thing. That's the problem. The fact is you can't disconnect. You know that's a guy I rock with, so you think what I'm saying is just to defend him. I'm not on his payroll. We not brothers. You get what I'm saying? Just somebody I support, bro. That's it. Don't try to turn me into no super fan. If you really listen to the content, you will know I'm fair with everybody, bro. I just don't think 100% like everybody else. I see shit different, but I'm always logical, bro. Always.
True indeed.
Let me get this money real quick. No Face Podcast. Appreciate the support. Shakur is petrified of getting hit. Josh Gallimore, appreciate the support. Hey, yo, shout out to the Rod. Shakur excellent at boxing, but at the moment, he not showing me anything to make me question that Tank ain't gonna give him the treatment when they step in the ring.
Make the fight, bro. That's all I say. I had 100 people coming through the chat telling me Terrence Crawford was going to be Errol Spence's easiest fight. We see how that shit worked out. I was one of the people that thought Devin Haney was going to school Ryan Garcia. We all seen how that played out. All I'm saying is I'm not arguing nobody's opinion or pick. Let's just see the fight. We fight fans, right? The best fight the best. Y'all grasping at straws with all this other shit.
1000%. You always got to see the fights. Always got to see the fights.
See the fights.
I'm not in disagreement with that whatsoever. You 100% on that one. You got to see the fights. And I'll also say this to the people that are in the chat. I got to say that Just Do is, regardless of who his favorite fighters are, this dude calls it down the middle. I can't disagree with that at all.
No, that's why I said. That's why I told him, come on, like, you know what I mean. I know we're gonna get a fair conversation, man. And congratulations to Coach Calvin, man. All the charges was dismissed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out to Coach, man.
You can put all that bullshit behind him now, man. Get back to boxing. I know it was weighing on him heavy, but you know what I mean. He beat that shit up like Shakur should have did. You know what I mean?
And my boy gonna be catching strays for a month. Oh shit! Y'all crazy, man.
What's on
Yeah,
your mind?
that's the only thing, Senior. I think that what's name is tremendous fighter. Shakur Stevens, I think he's a tremendous fighter. It's just a matter of brand awareness. Like, yo, if the sweet science, boxing, and all of that stuff is your forte, then that's the narrative that you have to build. That's the image, and that is the brand that you have to build around yourself. And I'm not saying that this is something that he's done throughout his entire career, but just knowing who you are and just making sure that you prioritize that. So then that's what people expect to see. Like you were saying, Senior, this is what we expect to see. And then when you deliver on that, then you're like, hey, we can't say we didn't see anything that we didn't expect to see.
And that's why I want to see him go against Zepeda before he go against Tank. Because I think Zepeda gonna fight back, and we gonna really get a good what's the word I'm looking for? We're gonna get a good gauge on Shakur. Back to these stories. Appreciate the support. Remo, be honest. You fell asleep, didn't you?
For like a round or two, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, man.
And one thing all I know, don't fall asleep in there when you fight. Now say what you want.
Listen. I don't give a shit what he want to do, tweet us in or whatever the case is. But the thing is, if he's gonna go that route, and you know I like the marketing aspect of all sports, well, he gotta lean into that shit, right? He gotta come into the ring and say, listen, I could be as boring as you want, but I'm a toy with your favorite fighter. I'm gonna outpoint him. I'm gonna bore you, but I'm still gonna walk off with the win, and that be his message. Don't say that I'm gonna kill him, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And listen, I'm gonna outclass him. I'm gonna outschool him. If y'all want this belt right here, go on some wrestling shit. You want this belt? Come and get it. I would keep that belt and take a couple, or whoever got a couple more, keep him hostage. Tell your favorite fighter he want him come through me. That's how you gonna get it. He could fight 2 fights, 3 fights, whatever the fuck he gonna fight his fights at. But he gotta lean into this troll shit because he ain't selling to the fact where he gonna be a star. So he could troll his way, Twitter his way, whatever the fuck it's gonna be. But he gonna
he wanted the most viewed fighter.
Keep kicking ass though. Like I'm talking.
He wanted a most viewed fighter.
Yeah, but
over there on that side
to be like one of those top names in pay-per-view. Fuck all that shit. If that's not your path,
fuck that shit. Fight the fight.
Be the nigga that's going to be the nigga to beat everybody's favorite box up until you finally get tanked. Because it's not many other names that you say he really should be worried about. There's 1 or 2 that might be a puncher. The only thing that concerns me, with Shakur is that I don't know if he has a fear of what his chin might be. So he plays it that safe that he doesn't take the risk. But then in the same aspect, when that time comes, we haven't been seeing, or he hasn't been tested to know what the reaction is going to be.
You seen the Cigar Talk interview?
Yeah, I seen some. Yeah, you saying like I ain't.
He talked about it. Yeah, he said I'm just not one of those guys that's gonna take a punch to give one like that. Nah, you're gonna work for this is pretty much what he's saying. That's not everybody's style. You can't expect everybody to approach the fights the same way. That's what I've been hearing lately. It's like it's a casual mindset. It's like where do we get all just talking about that? Yeah, you gotta do this and you gotta look like this to get this fight. I don't know the rules. He got a different set of rules for him.
Can I raise my hand, Just? Let me get this money out of the way. Then I'm gonna raise my hand and reply to what you just said. Who got hands BKNY? Not sure Shakur has enough pop to earn Zepeda respect and keep Zepeda off of him. Zepeda may eat 3 punches to land 1, but that one body shot can hurt Shakur. And so it can go bad for Shakur. Hey, Just, can I say something?
Talk to me.
In rebuttal to what you just said, right?
Talk to me. Yeah.
You know that's Shakur's fault, right?
What's his fault?
The way people think, where they viewing him as a knockout artist, and where they viewing him as everything you just described, because this is the shit he's selling. Hold, Just, I'll let you talk. I waited. I raised my hand and everything. You say you don't know where they get it from. They get it from Shakur, Twitter hand Stevenson. He's telling them, I'm going to knock shit out. He's telling them I'm a killer. He's telling them I'm a bad motherfucker. He's telling them I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to stop them. That's where they get. That's why they're classifying them with other people and just to the same, man, I'm going to come out and do my job. It's going to be fireworks.
Nah, cool. I hear you, and I agree with you. I think a lot of it is self-inflicted based on what he's selling. But again, I think you misunderstood what I'm saying. The rules apply differently for him. You notice he had a rough performance the one before this, and they said you can't fight no Tank coming off a bad performance. What about Frank Martin? That's what I mean. When I say the rules apply differently, they apply differently. They say, yeah, you won't get no Tank fight coming off no bad performance. Frank Martin had his worst performance of his career. That's what I mean when I say the rules apply different. That's all. The shit he talk, he got an answer for that. You dig what I'm saying? He got I ain't here to, he got an answer to that. But the rules just sound like they different.
Remo,
I got a question. I got a question for Just though, right?
Just gone.
Oh well, he gonna hear it anyway. If he had this all this time and he knew what this fight was supposed to be, this was his marketing tool. He had all the time to prepare for his best showing. This was gonna be contract time. Any other sport, anybody that watch any other sport, when it's contract year, you try to get your best numbers because you know what's going on, right? He had a couple months in the bank. He said, I want Tank and I need a contract. I'm gonna put on a performance, and that's what came out of that performance. This is the best he's gonna look to me.
That's the best you saw. That's him right there. That's the best Shakur.
It's gonna be risky.
My bad.
Yeah, you heard that though, Just?
Nah, my bad. It kicked me out.
So what I was saying was in any other sport, right? When it's contract time, usually you get your max contract by having a hell of a year. You become you an all-star, you first NBA, all this other shit, right? If Shakur knew this time was coming up, right? And this was gonna be his contract year. He wanted to get the Tank fight. He took his time. He healed up for all the injuries. He was in the gym. He made weight. He didn't look like he struggled because he came in 134 or something like that.
Yeah, he looked good on the scale.
And this is the performance. This is just what he is, and that's all right. But the
shit
that he was talking about
just
is
beat
totally
him.
different. Yeah, I'm saying.
That's all I be
saying. What he was saying, and what people anticipated, we not gonna never see that. That's the part where everybody's upset. Where it's like, all right, you hear good things about Shakur, he should be that next nigga. Woo. And then for the first time, you done seen a couple of these other dudes that's under him on the card, and it leads you up to that. That shit is disappointing. As a fan, everybody ain't scammers and all that shit. Some people really do go to work and pay their bills to go, pay for tickets to go see that. And that's the disappointing factor. Because blue collar workers, that shit matters too. And then you turn around and say, I don't care what the fans say, woo. That shit don't work, man.
Guess what? Shakur already said, fuck the fans. He don't care what they think.
I don't know. I'm biased because he went against New York right there. You know what I mean? It's across the water, but you know what I mean? I felt the way. I ain't gonna hold you. I felt the way, man. That's why I brought my New York hat in here today, man. Come on,
and
man.
now some of that stuff you gotta, or that social media shit you gotta ignore. You can't make everybody happy. Just do you. Keep winning, head down, keep winning, keep grinding. You'll get the fight.
You don't say fuck the fans either.
Nah, definitely not.
That's inedible. Appreciate the support. Shakur, Miss Mary, Matt, Pity Pat Puncher. All talk, don't dish, no real punishment. He can't make nobody quit on a stool. He's safe number one at first base.
You know what? That's crazy, man. And that right there is criticism is cool, but how many people you gonna put your money up against them to beat them? It's only one Tank. I already know what your feelings is on that. So after that, who you really got beating them? And then you going more than likely 9 times out of 10 when
Abdullah Mason.
Ooh.
On Abdullah.
They're never gonna fight. They're never gonna fight, and y'all know that.
No, you asked the
question. Y'all know that.
If they did,
they never. But Mason, I wouldn't.
Frank Martin.
I ain't picking Frank Martin to beat him either.
Frank Martin.
Not me. I love to get some free money off that, please. Because look, check this out. What I know is going to happen was what typically always happens. He beat him, and they move the goalpost somewhere else and find something else to complain about. Yeah, he beat him, but yeah, he ain't throwing enough punches this time. Dominant performance is dominant performance to me.
What's the kid from Jersey with the different color hair?
Jersey with different color hair.
Yeah, he got knocked out last year.
Nah, hell no. Chris Colbert.
Oh, Chris Colbert, nah.
Nah, not Chris Colbert. Who the hell got different color hair from Jersey?
Ryo? No, that is Chris Colbert.
Chris Colbert from Brooklyn.
Well, yeah, Brooklyn.
Don't say that too loud. Don't say that too loud, Coach. Come on, man. He moved to Jersey now.
No, I like Chris Colbert though. I like Chris Colbert. I need people to understand I got a different opinion. I'm not a tough critic like everybody else. That's why I'm just due. I'm gonna find a way to give you your credit. I think people just need to understand how I think. It's not about being a fan. I let everybody else have that overly critical approach. We complaining about people dominating. We grasping at straws. He won. Since when do all this other shit matter more than the win? Show me. I still ain't seen nobody beat him. All I want to see is somebody beat him. That's all. Beat him. You can beat him.
You know what? Stay right there though, Just. Chris Colbert is exactly what Shakur shouldn't do. Chris Colbert had a great jab early in his career.
Yeah.
He scored a few knockouts at 130, and he thought he could stomp at 135 doing the same shit. He got
that was
up
stupid.
With that.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Power. What he had was a pistol like, you know what I'm saying, jab, and he stopped using the shit and think he could shoulder roll, and he got his ass put to sleep.
Yeah, he did. That's what you call not listening to your corner, to your own detriment. That man told his corner, I got it. Watch this.
Too. Coach Sosa.
Right.
That's crazy.
He told him, I got it. Watch this. A round later, he was asleep.
Who got hands? DKNY. Appreciate the support. It's not just that you win. It's how you win. Tank can
I don't want to hear that shit.
And the rest at 135, 140. But
I don't want to hear that
because he knows that's what the fans want to see, and it's why he sells tickets.
I'm telling you, that argument gets weak if the guy that you are saying he didn't fight is because of a performance. If he fights a guy with just an equally bad performance, that's all I'm saying. That's for the people. That's a bad narrative. That dude gonna take on all comers. He ain't ducking no smoke. Why we making excuses for why I fight? That should be an easy fight. That's all I keep saying. I'm gonna keep saying the same thing. Just beat him up. Who don't want to see that fight up here? And why not? Shit, you knock his ass out, knock him out. I want to see it. I want to see if anybody could crack his chin and touch him and get him up out of there. I ain't saying I want that to happen, but shit, that's what we watch boxing for, to see the best fight the best. You know what I'm saying? Why not?
Hey, Just, let me ask you a question, Just. Hey,
Talk
Just,
to me.
And I know you're a married man, so you know what I mean. Tell me, it's Just, dude. This is respect. This is a hypothetical question. Hey, Just, you ever had a chick run her mouth, tell you, you know what I mean? She was going to do this, do that, and then you get her, and you like, man, well, what the fuck happened? Where was all that?
Mad as hell.
You know what I mean?
Mad as all hell.
You know what I mean? You didn't put the drink up, man. You didn't roll one, put that up, man. You know what I mean? You ready for action? You get her, you know what I mean? You like, what the fuck? Where all that shit you was, you know what I mean?
Right.
You gonna be
I get it.
Right now. You gonna be
I think we all had that. Right.
You know, now look, you gonna be feeling some Josh. You gonna be feeling some type of way, right? Man,
hey, you bought her some lobster tail and steak too, because I'm be real pissed after that.
You know what I mean?
To summarize what the brother said, that mouth wasn't doing what she said it was going to do.
Now look, right. Now look, I feel you. I'm 100% with you. I just think my mentality is different. How I look at trash talk, right? Some people hang on.
Are you gonna give her another chance, Just?
Nah. Some people hang on to every.
No more.
Nah, some people hang on to every little word that a fighter says. For me, I focus on what's being done more than what you're saying. So I understand that when you say something or you sell something and don't deliver it, I'm not arguing with nobody that's critiquing them for that. You get what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck what he's selling. I've seen him 21 times before this fight. I know what to expect. I don't expect one time to see no knockout artist at all. Like that's just me. So I feel like fighters talk from a place of confidence. Whatever you got to do to be confident in that ring, do it. But you better win. I just have a different mentality. Some people they're like, nah, man, you said this. And I get it. I'm no argument there. But I don't give a fuck about what you say as much as what you do. I know what I'm seeing from them. So you can't pick one random fight to sell me that you a KO artist and I'm going to believe it. Because I've seen it 21 fucking times already. And I've seen you knock people out. But I'm not about to start believing that, knockout artist now. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But what I was able to see is him try to press it. You left some things, you left some meat on the bone. That's the best way I could put it. It's like eating a chicken platter, bro. And you look down and you see it's still some meat left on the bone. You got the job. You ate, you fed, but you left meat on the bone. That's what I see.
It was a little bit more than
missed opportunities, bro.
It was more than a little bit though, because I think the public is just upset just because the commentary is just disingenuous. That's the only thing though. That's the only thing. Because, all right, how many hardcores is there really? Versus how much people that actually want to try to get in the sport and play with money and shit like that. Now they got betting odds and all of this shit. You done told everybody you're gonna beat the stew out this man. I done took, I don't even watch the sport, but I want to make my parlay now. You can fuck my parlay up because you in there with a C-class fighter saying you're gonna beat the stew out of him.
Yo, y'all weird, man.
I'm just saying.
No, my bad. I'm speaking out loud. I'm reading text messages.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, my parlay fucked up now because you know what I'm saying. Now I listen to what you had to say. That's fucked up. Like, damn, man.
That's why y'all mad. Y'all done put some bets in. I get it now. Y'all done put some bets.
It's DraftKings.
You have to understand that everybody is not just due, and most people will take people at their word.
Yeah, like
but if they're not following through, they're looking at it as them being disingenuous. Like, nigga, you basically like a damn used car salesman. You done sold me a damn lemon.
The nigga that played the cards.
You know, what's that 3-car Monty? That's what that is. Like, yo, you scamming me.
I agree. No argument there. I think I explained how I look at it. I don't hang on to every word. And I've been watching this shit long enough. He wouldn't be the first fighter to sell me.
Just got a new phone. I keep telling you, leave them Androids alone. That's inedible. Appreciate the support.
That's
man,
that's my Wi-Fi. I'm walking away from my Wi-Fi.
Man, just got a new phone and it still ain't doing right.
Gotta come to the iPhones, man.
Yeah, man. No, hey, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning on, man. Hell of a conversation, hell of a dialogue tonight, man. Hey, another dope show. Shout out to Coach Kenny, Ant McQueen, Breakdown Shorty, Remo, Let's Talk Fashion, and of course the voice, Just Do Boxing, man. He been rumbling for his guy, man. He a supporter. He been rumbling for his guy, you know what I mean? But he been keeping the conversation fair and honest.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna say this. I gotta say this. Anybody that called me a fanboy is 100% weird. You can't point out one thing that I said as a fanboy. That's the problem with boxing fans. We bad fans. We don't know how to have dialogue where we see different shit. If somebody sees something different than you, the first thing, it's a fanboy. Nah, man, I've been called a hater of some of the same guys y'all say I'm a fanboy of. So I ain't trying to hear that. You got to support the sport. My motto is build the sport up. I'm just due. So I'm going to say this again. I'm going to always find a reason to give somebody their credit before I sit up and spend 20, 30 minutes shitting on them. That's me. Y'all can go crazy on them, call them bums, say they can't. I don't take that approach, bro. I respect the sport. I build it up. That's how I use my platform, bro. So that fanboy shit is dead over here. I'm a real supporter, bro. I spend my money. I spend hours on end building on this sport, bro. I just don't tear it down. And I'm very consistent with my message. And again, salute to everybody on the panel and everybody in the chat.
Is it safe to say you're a fan of the sport?
Hell yeah. A supporter of the sport. You know what I'm saying? Like you nowhere in my content are you gonna catch me tearing down a fighter. And I think when people finally understand that, they're gonna get my why. They're gonna be like, I get it. It's no fanboy or somebody. I just refuse to shit on the sport that I'm saying I love. This is all we do. A dude win, and we'll nitpick at the small shit, and you'll forget that a guy even won a fight. And that's anybody. That's any fight. He ain't do this, he ain't do that, but he won. Just on to the next. Do better the next time. That's how I look at it. Boxing, you got to do, don't matter who you beat, it's how you perform on that night when you're in the ring. From fight to fight. That's it. That's all. Build it up, not tear it down.
I like that.
And you gonna hear my message is always consistent like that. You don't. That's my approach. I think a lot of people don't get it, so they like, man, you being too soft on them. Nah, everybody else birthed to just do, because everybody go hard on these fighters, from bums to this to that. I'm just not a guy that find a lot of reasons to complain. I find more reasons to enjoy it, so I could help build it up instead of nitpicking that shit that I can't do. I can't get in there and do none of the shit they do. So what I look like sitting up calling these dudes bums? Oh, he ain't this, he ain't that. Imagine if you had to get in the ring with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just different. I just think different. And I'm going to always build the sport up. And it's going to be a lot of people that's going to appreciate it. And some people just not going to get it. Just what it is. But I'm going to be consistent.
Coach Kenny.
What's the name of you have a podcast, right?
Who that? Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do the fashion joint. Man, listen, I'm a basketball fan. I don't even know how I landed it with these crazy niggas, but I'm up here at 10:30 arguing about boxing, and I love it, man. I'm glad y'all can have me. Let's talk fashion. Whenever y'all get a chance, y'all can hit the subscribe.
Any of y'all that want to like y'all want to go back and forth a little bit, 4 p.m. every day. Come check me out. We can have a good conversation.
What's the podcast again?
Let's talk fashion. Tomorrow at 10 a.m., man. I'm be down there in Philly too. I'm gonna get a chance. If I see you, I introduce myself officially.
Already.
Right, man, the wood. Right.
Yo, senior.
I spent this joint out with y'all now. Senior, you spinning now. You spinning. Look at him with that damn Boost Mobile.
yo, Ant, before I get out of here, yo, I like 9 p.m. Ant, man. You different at night, boy.
I be turning up just a little bit, just a tad bit, man.
Yo, listen, before I came on here, I had to go grab a little brown stuff, man.
I gotta be like, what's my guy's name? The referee, Richard Steele. He used to always say, "I'm fair but firm." You know what I'm saying?
Talk to him, man. I like that. Y'all be funny as hell in the comments. Hey, Ant, hey, Remo, y'all be here. Do y'all hear any y'all besides obviously the Raj? Y'all hear anybody give Tankish Just Do more than me?
That's why I made it. That's why I made it a point. That's why I made it a point to say that you are very, very fair, and you call it down the middle when it comes to all of these fighters, not just one fighter. And again, as far as your support of Shakur, I've always heard you say this too. It's not so much a matter of nobody being able to beat him, but if somebody can beat him, you want to see it happen.
Right.
If you can't beat him, I need to see it.
And then instead of making excuses like, yo, this fight looked like this. He looked like he told me he was going to do this. He didn't sell this. It's like, bro, that's excuses, man. Beat his ass, bro. He said he bad. Show me that he not. That's all.
Just always solid, man. Just I feel your pain, man. I'm a Melo fan. He came in the 03 draft with LeBron. How you think I feel?
And when they stole his rookie of the year.
yo, I'm out of here, man. Y'all have a good night, man.
But before we get out of here, Coach Kenny, you know I got to do it to you. I got to put you on the spot because every time you give me a recommendation, I always write them down and I watch them. The last one was Evander Holyfield and Michael Dokes.
Was it good?
Come on, man. Tremendous.
Write this one down.
I literally got my pen and my pencil and my pad, Coach Kenny.
Junkie. And a junkie.
Danny Lopez.
You said who versus who?
Salvador Sanchez versus Danny
Salvador Sanchez and Danny Lopez.
That was a good one.
Definitely gonna type it in so I can remember.
I'm writing it down right now.
No Face Podcast, appreciate the support. He got hit on Saturday and it stung him. That's why he didn't let his hands go. Bucky Rogers, appreciate the support. Hey, yo, Coach, stop with that trolling. Man, shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, man. Coach Calvin in the building. What's going on? Congratulations,
Coach Calvin.
Once.
Man, how y'all brothers doing, man? I'm proud, man. These people, goodness gracious, man.
Congratulations,
Coach. I'm trying to listen. I appreciate that, y'all. Thank you, man. All of you go to the Almighty, man. You heard their prayers, like, yo, that's a good guy, man. Give him a chance. Yeah. I'm in the tunnel driving right now, yo. Driving back to Baltimore. That's how good I feel.
God, you don't waste no time, Coach. You already said you was in and out.
I'm driving back to Baltimore. That's how good I feel.
Okay.
That's how people what y'all talking about, man.
We was talking about just you got Shakur Twitter.
No, not like that, man. Y'all can beat my man up like that, man. Y'all
we having some fun. I love coming over here with y'all, man. It's always fun because I show y'all how I can show love no matter who I support, man. It's always fun.
No, that's real talk.
And good to hear your good news too, Coach. Man, we always
Man,
happy
I
to see
ain't gonna lie, man. That shit had me mentally messed up, man. I couldn't make no moves, couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
You know, so right,
Back
man.
to box. Love it. Right,
Yeah.
back to business.
Man, back to, I mean, you know, the kids would keep everybody would keep me busy. I stay busy, but I just couldn't be me, you know. You know, when you're in a situation like that, you don't know how these folks gonna carry you.
Right.
You really don't, man. You don't know how these folks gonna carry you. You know,
Right.
it ain't like I'm from Baltimore. I'm in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so you know, I'm just hoping that I got that behind me. I can keep moving on with the work I need to be doing.
Right.
That's all.
1000%. Beautiful thing to no longer have that looming over your head, and you could just move freely, no restrictions, no resistance, and just press
Especially
on.
when you one of the most selfless people and especially in the space that you in. Those are the people you got to get behind. Those are the people you're supposed to support.
Yeah, that's real talk, man.
Gregory Jones, appreciate the support. Shout out to the Rise. Core is definitely that dude. He just don't believe in taking risks.
But again, man, salute to everybody on the panel. I gotta go get ball. Let me put these kids be up to 4 in the morning.
Hey, before you leave, Jeff, I got to hit you in the head with this.
Right.
Terrence Crawford. Yeah, go to sleep at the fight.
Nah, Coach, what had happened was, because I was there, what they had did was they took a screenshot of when he was closing his eyes, so it looked like he was sleeping.
So everybody was closing their eyes at the same time?
Come on, Seniors, throw me out, man. Throw me out.
It was 3 people going at the same time going to
sleep.
Bro,
nah. What had happened, it was a lot of smoking going on in there, so they was catching contact. Bud wasn't really asleep by choice. He had no choice because, you know, he did that clean lifestyle. All that aroma in the air had him tired, man. Like, you ain't see Buddy sitting next to him? He was definitely, like, he was under the influence against his will because it was heavy in there.
What about the people leaving early?
Who? Again, what had happened was they had Doc.
The next day, you're going to tell me aliens land in Vegas.
Playing with it. But, some people did get up, but all I can say is the majority of the people stayed there. They knew what they was doing with that clip. I was there. Like, they was standing ovation type shit. I wouldn't lie to you. Some people got up, but trying to tell you, Tank had some fans. I was hearing that shit all night. What? They was like, man, he better not ever say Tank name again. I was looking around, like, oh, they in here. Oh God. Yeah, they was in there, man. It was in there.
I seen Ash had her Javante Tank Davis hoodie on.
She sure did.
Yeah, she ain't playing with that support.
It was fun.
Tank, when he was fighting, she had the Tank hoodie on.
Right. My girl was the life of the party. She had about 5 rows laughing. I almost lost my voice screaming about Oshaki getting robbed. It was a fun night though. Aside from that, that was the worst part of the night, that they taking a fight from somebody.
That was ugly, man. I can't figure that one out. Somebody did something they ain't got no business doing.
Oh, he on his last fight, Coach, on his contract.
You heard what I just said?
Yeah.
Somebody did something they ain't got no business doing, though.
Sticking it to
him. You heard what I just say, right?
Right.
Shit.
You just gotta follow that money, man.
I can't believe Shakur didn't take that money they offered him.
He said he feel like he know his worth. So, you know, I ain't gonna knock on bet myself. Let's see how it turn out.
Again, where you gonna get that money from? And all the heads and dudes are in charge.
Right. It's not gonna be easy. He definitely got his work cut out for him for sure.
No, because it's in the same situation as Terrence Crawford. You understand?
Right.
You're gonna make money, but you're not gonna make that simple money because you gotta see who's gonna fight who. And that's when
and that's when he got really bet on himself. That's all. Like, you understand what move you make and be cool with it.
Be cool. Good shit.
I'm
saying that type of money it's good for him at that particular time. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, what I'm understanding and learning is you gotta have a dance partner. If you don't have a dance partner, you would not make that money.
Right.
Because everybody says shit. Every time we see a fight, there ain't no action to it.
Mm-hmm. So you know what? To that point, Teddy Atlas has said something real interesting. He has said, you know, it's not just that it's his style is not tolerated, but it's different when you're not in there with that absolute best. Say if you put up a performance like that against an 8-level guy, maybe we having a different conversation. So what I'm saying is, I'm not giving him an out.
Yeah, but again,
he still got.
Again, I keep telling you, in the words of Leonard Ellaby, that's them people shit. They're not gonna put you in front of that type of shit. They're not gonna do it. You wouldn't even do it if you was in charge.
Said put him in front of what?
In front of people that's their dog that's making the money. You wouldn't even do it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what it's gonna take though for him. I think that at this point, I think
you're not getting it. You're not getting it. You're still not getting it. You're a manager right now. You're a manager, and you're fighting Pitbull. You got Pitbull as your guy. You think Pitbull people are going to put him in front of him because he don't sell tickets?
You don't put him in front of Shakur because he don't sell tickets?
Yeah, they're not going to put him in front of him because it's a high risk and no reward.
But I think that would apply to a lot of people, and it would be a lot of people that he sell more tickets than
It would if he was the A guy that can carry both sides. So you don't understand the business.
Man, I understand a good fight. I know that they try to use the business of boxing and not make good fights by trying to tell us we don't understand the business.
In the words of my guy, the show must go on. Somebody got to pay them bills.
True indeed. There's a lot of people that got to get paid, and I don't think that $3 million to
you
fight.
You don't want that in your mouth. You don't want that taste in your mouth. They hollering. Remember when Prime or Thriller? When they ain't pay everybody, where they at?
BLK, that BLK shit, that BLK.
Yeah, BLK.
Man, keep that shit real, yo. Y'all gotta understand this shit is
I think they try to make a little comeback. I gotta look into. I think they put on a show not too long ago, but they kind of fell off the map a little bit from where they were.
They hurted their pockets. It hurted their pockets.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you gotta look at the business side. Eddie Hearn said this. Eddie Hearn said this. He said, y'all put y'all money up and see how I feel.
But he said that fight was gonna lose money. So I got it. I understood what he meant, because why would you want to invest in something that you know is projected to lose money? And he even said he would be willing to do it had the guy had some type of long-term, pledge his loyalty to them. He would be willing to do it.
Relationship, right? That's the only way you can do it, because then you'll get it on the back end, or you'll get it over a period of time. That's just like stocks and bonds.
Right.
I had watched the interview recently, like an old interview that they had with who was it, Bert Sugar and a couple of them other pundits, I should say. And they were talking about the reason why Riddick Bowe really didn't fight Lennox Lewis. It was because the fight that Lennox Lewis had prior, they had lost so much money on that shit. That's the reason why. That's the real reason why he threw that belt in the trash. It's like, I ain't even going to defend my belt against this guy because we can't really get paid off this. Because a whole bunch of other people got to get paid.
That I understand, man. Nobody want to be in the business of losing money. Nobody.
You go in the business to make money, not lose money.
Right. That's why. So what you saying? Yeah, I agree with you. You need a dance partner. And the right one.
You need partners who will help generate and carry the bill so everybody can eat.
Exactly. The right dance partner. Right.
Indeed, but with that being said, it's like, yo, if you got 15 million guaranteed, regardless of who you fight, that's a hell of a fucking deal. Regardless,
that's all, bro. That's all I'm saying.
He said that ain't no campaign. He said that ain't no campaign. I think the number of fights was
right. I mean, I don't know the whole deal.
That's good money.
I always carry it like this. If you got dust in your pocket and somebody offers you something, man, you better get on it that you don't have, because that can change your family life.
Right.
I'll never tell a man, no, you can't do that, man. You can't make money. You ain't got shit in your account. No.
Right. Yeah.
I don't care what you say. I don't care because this boxing, this shit can go any which way in that ring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the amount of money was cool, but I don't know. I think I've been hearing a lot, and I know people were saying that's part of the reason why he ain't been able to get certain fights. You know, locking yourself into these long-term situations. So I did hear him speak and say that he wanted to try to not go that route again, where it's something too long-term and it'll stop him from getting another fight. You get what I'm saying? By a promoter.
That's cool. That's not.
It's a lot. I know it's a lot to figure out. Mm-hmm.
No, that's cool. He don't want to take the same chances that, you know. But again, all his performance is based on how people perceive him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No, don't get me wrong. Shakur is a master boxer, without a question.
Right.
I'm gonna give you a prime example. Was a good fighter, Rigondeaux.
Yeah. I don't think he that low with the punch out. Rigondeaux was great though, man. He was.
But he didn't get his just due as a good fighter.
Right. Say it again, coach. He didn't get what? He didn't
get his just due as a good fighter.
I gotta love it. Right. He's right. You're right. 100%.
No,
yeah, because they complained about his style.
Shakur getting his just due. It's different.
Yeah, no, he going through some growing pains. You got to go through that. You need to go through some shit. Like I said, for him, I was saying this before, coach, his adversity doesn't come in the form of a loss. It comes with criticism and navigating the business. That's his challenges. That's what he got to navigate and deal with. You know what I'm saying? Most people get their ass beat and got to deal with being cheated and navigate the business of boxing and all that. So you ain't losing. At least you ain't losing. Keep winning, bro. Keep winning. When the smoke clear, we know who's gonna be there, and I can't wait to see.
1,000%, 1,000%. But still, it's man, 3 million guaranteed, regardless of who you fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad deal at all. That's not a bad deal.
All. Not at all. Not at all.
Here's the other thing too. It's like, let's say if you fight twice a year, you got a 5-fight deal. You can get that over with within 2 years and a few months.
Yeah.
That ain't that long of a stretch. And then by the time you get out of that shit, you be what, 29, something like that. And then you got time to make other moves. And over the course of those 5 fights, you could potentially raise up your value and then now put yourself in a position where you could command more.
All right.
But at least that 15 million would be guaranteed.
Stockler, appreciate the support. Shakur was selling tickets for 65. Then he put on a dub performance. That's not good business. Appreciate the support, Stockler. Hey, coach, we got a little situation I'm gonna have to call you about after the podcast over.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
See you like you about to fall asleep.
You talking about Shakur, man? You know what I mean? What you want me to
do? Yeah, funny.
Don't do him like that. Don't do him like that, senior.
Tell Shakur don't do Shakur like that. You know what I mean? Like,
man, Shakur, all right. At the end of the day, he all right. He all right. You know. He all right.
But the thing is, like, he's blaming everybody but Shakur. And that way we gotta take accountability. You know what I mean? They can't pan the camera to the audience leaving if you put on a performance to keep the audience in their seat. You can't blame the fighter for not letting you knock him out if you knock him out. You know what I mean? Like, this is your contract year. Like, you got to do this shit that's required, you know what I mean, to build your brand.
I agree with that.
Listen,
I also said earlier, senior.
Ask Coach Calvin what he teaching Montana right now at 8 years old.
I ain't even gonna tell nobody.
I know Coach Calvin like them knockouts though, so we ain't even gotta ask Coach Calvin. He like get him up out of there. Not even the knockouts, the punishment. Pardon me, the punishment. Coach Kenny is like
the first day Martin said, "Oh, he caught me with a lucky shot. I shot I ain't see."
You like that sustained ass whooping.
Motherfuckers don't give you your credit. Nigga, I know how to place my shit.
True indeed.
If you was in the how I train, you'll see it like, yo, man, this nigga just what you say, Senior. I see where he get that shit from. He get that shit from you.
Come on, man. You got 8-year-old kids, 9-year-old kids know how to come out and put on a great performance, man. At 8 and 9 years old.
Little Montana, 8 years old. Have some fun. Man, you see he get his little swag on in the tournament. Man.
Well, I said earlier, Senior, like showmanship comes in various forms. It ain't just the knockout, but just knowing how to put on a show in general.
How to keep
gotta have some flair, gotta have some sauce.
Hey, listen, I said in the press conference, I said the way we train, I want people to leave the fight and say, yo, I want to fight just like Tank. Did y'all get to see that?
Definitely.
True indeed.
Did y'all get to see that? Y'all give me a yes or no or yes.
Yeah, hell yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, man. But hey, Coach Calvin, I was saying this to Senior earlier. What are your thoughts on this? When I was saying to him, like, okay, you could be a defensive fighter like a guy like Sweet Pea, but still know how to play to the crowd. Like make somebody.
He wasn't a knockout artist, but he everybody wanted to see him.
Gotta have some style, have some flair.
Who got hands? BKNY, appreciate the support. Shakur selling in-person tickets for $65. Tank charges $65 to watch from home, pay-per-view. I would rather watch Tank from home because he dominates. Man, hey, appreciate y'all for coming on. I got a situation I gotta deal with.
Appreciate you, Senior.
All right, Senior. Hey, man, you see my picture? I got to meet one of the new edition guys, man.
No, I ain't see that one yet.
Y'all was hanging out with Ron, man.
Y'all was singing together? Cause I know you be singing.
Nah, we wasn't singing, y'all. I could have dropped a note though.
I know you be singing.
Mr. Telephone Man.
You got to do at least Poison or something, especially if you meet Ronnie.
Yeah, that's a classic right there. Hey, I should have put that on my page. What was it? Man, everybody was rocking off of that. That shit changed. They came from that group shit to that rap shit, boy. They was doing it.
That Bell Biv DeVoe.
Bill Biv DeVoe, yeah. That's an old school right there. All right, Senior. Let's shut this thing down so we can talk.
Closing arguments.
Same as always, Senior. Small things, all things, and what's easy to do is also easy not to do.
Ooh, my thing, man. Thank you, Lord.
Congratulations, Coach, man. Another dope show in the books. Appreciate everybody that came through on the panel. Help make this show good. The dialect and dialogue was a great show tonight, man. See y'all tomorrow.
Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through.